What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Dogecoin, which is absolutely soaring. It's up over 9% today. It's at 41 cents currently, and it's been absolutely mooning for the past few days. Now, in the previous videos, we talked about HBAR and Polkadot and a few other coins, which we all have open trades on. Now, those trades are performing incredibly well. We have HBAR, which is open, and it's currently up 43%. We took some profits yesterday here, or today I should say, at 52% at the zero level on the Fibonacci. We also have this XRP trade running, which we took our major profits here at 30% profits, still running right now at roughly 43%. Sui is another trade we have picked up some spot on, not moved that much yet, but it's definitely going to move in the coming days. Fetch, another trade, currently up roughly 11%. Again, all these trades are with leveraged apart from Sui, so multiply these gains by 10x because that's the amount of leverage that I'm personally using. The members are probably on like 10 to 25x, so yeah, very easy to multiply. Polkadot, another one, up roughly 23%, performing really well. And ETH is another position that we were looking at yesterday, which I mentioned in the HBAR video also. So all of our trades are performing incredibly well, and if you missed out on any of those trades, then it's probably because you're not inside with the Discord down below, which you should definitely join up. You can see on the screen right now just how many wins we're getting, and if you want to be getting those exact same trades and those exact same wins, then check out the Discord down below and join up today. Now, as for Dogecoin, we were actually looking at this level to accumulate in and have a trade at. We accumulated in at this level also. It's currently up for us 28%. This was our major take profit level here at this resistance. I say major, we closed 25% of the position here, so yeah, good trade overall. This sort of market crash right here from the start of January, which lasted around a week, it allowed us to really pick up a lot of trades at these really great levels, which is amazing because we really predicted this crash on Bitcoin, and we were preparing for it for the better part of 1 to 2 weeks. Whilst a lot of people were just sort of sitting on the sidelines, not really knowing what was happening, we knew exactly that this was a manipulation. You can even go back to my older YouTube videos, I say, from like 10 to 14 days ago. We were talking about this exact thing happening and how Bitcoin is going to drop down and fill this white zone, or even come down to roughly 86,000. So it went exactly as we thought it would, and yeah, it allowed us to pick up a lot of good trades. Now, Bitcoin dominance is also pumping up slightly. It's up 2% today, which is sort of why altcoins aren't mooning as much as they should be. They are still up a lot. Bitcoin is up 5%, altcoins are up 2 to 5%, with the odd outlier like Rune, Litecoin, and obviously the meme coins like Doge, Pepe, Shib, and other coins like that. The reason is because Bitcoin dominance is slightly coming up today. So what we really need for this to, for Bitcoin dominance to do in order for altcoins to thrive even more, is for it to dump below this low right here, which is what we've been talking about for the previous few videos. Also, once we do, we'll have created a lower low, and it will be the start of a proper downtrend. Now, we have got a lower high right here from this high, and a lower low. I say a lower low, this is really just a low, and yeah, we don't want this to be a higher low. So as long as the weekly candle doesn't close above and the next week doesn't close above here, we should be good to go, which is what we want to see, because on the 20th of January, that is when Donald Trump comes into office, and it's a very big day. So yeah, very good week ahead. Bitcoin's at 104, nearly 105,000, so approaching its all-time high at like 108,000 and something dollars. So yeah, I think we're going to break the all-time high very soon, and altcoins are still very far away from their all-time highs. So yeah, we're still not in alt season just yet, but once we are, I think you'll see a lot of coins doing double-digit days consistently. Now, as for Dogecoin, the next targets we have for this trade are going to be right here. I'd say right here, we're actually going to raise them all the way up to here at 45%, 46% profit, so at 47 cents. This is where we have the next target set to. The third targets we're going to have is right here at 100%, and with 10x leverage, that's already 1,000% profit. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to explain myself there. It's a huge profit milestone, and that's what the trade we have, simply because we prioritized thinking about the market crash that could happen, and it did happen. Now again, we have our stops set into major profits. Right now we have it at this low, so that's what I'll quickly tell you the percent at 17% profit. So yeah, really good trade thus far. Again, we like to prioritize mitigating risk. Especially with leverage, it's very, very risky. So essentially what we do is, as soon as we get a initial profit target hit, we will instantly raise the stop loss. And that's not to a set, percentage or to a set amount. It's always to do with the chart. So if there's a low or a specific high or anything on the chart that we can see, that's where we'll usually set it to. And it's been working really, really well for us. We've maintained over a 90% win rate throughout 2024, and it's not slowed down at all in 2025. We actually have above a 90% win rate thus far. And even with our losses, a lot of people would think that we have really loose stop losses, but they're actually quite tight. And the way we plan our trades is that we don't really want to go into what is known as drawdown, where the trade is essentially sat in the minus and your capital is just tied up in a losing trade. So what we do is we find a higher time frame narrative, like here on the daily. Everything is looking bullish and looking good. We have a support level right here. Then we go into the lower time frame, like the 4 hour, the 1 hour, even the 15-minute, and that is where we find the precise entry point. So you can see here, when you found this entry, we went into a bit of drawdown, which was, I'll tell you the exact percent, roughly 3% drawdown, so maybe 30% onto next leverage. And that might be quite severe for a lot of people, but that was a very quick wick. And yeah, our stops weren't anywhere near him. We usually don't have a stop loss initially because, again, the market is very volatile at these levels, so we'd rather just keep an eye on the coin and close. For example, if we go past this low, then we'll start to look to close the position unless there's a rapid reversal. And that's worked out really, really well for us. It might not be for everyone, but that's what works for us. Now, if you missed out on this Dogecoin position and all the other positions I mentioned, then you should join the Discord. But again, I'll show you a quick trade that you could look for in the coming week or even coming day, really. So we obviously have this set of highs right here at 39.40 cents, and right now we're looking like we're going to close above. So what you could do is come onto a lower time frame again and try and find an entry, because usually a prior resistance level will become a support area. So something like this right here, and you can try and find an entry really anywhere around here, 38.5 cents to 40 cents. You can try and find a long entry or even a spot entry. Stops probably at the low here at 36.5 cents, maybe even higher. It just really depends on where you find the entry. Again, I'd go into an even lower time frame and try and really find a pinpoint entry. You don't want to just enter on the tap, something like this. What you want to do is instead, for example, here we have fair value gap, actually make it a bit more professional. So here we have a fair value gap, and what you can do is either enter at 50% of the fill, 100% of the fill, or a tap. I like 50% and 100%, so 2 entries. And then now you have an entry from the 1 hour time frame. The narrative is still bullish, and that's what you could be looking for. Again, if you're looking to scalp, then there would have been some sort of trade right here. We could have scalped with this fair value gap, but we're looking for a bit of a longer term trade, and that's what I'd be looking to do next on Dogecoin. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm personally not going to be entering that position because we already have this one running, and there's no need for us to dollar cost average in much higher when we already have this great position running and a bunch of other positions running. The S&P today is also up quite well. It's up over 1%. It broke out of this sort of flag pattern that we have, and again, it's the fine. We have a 3-day weekend for the S&P, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which is Monday it's going to be closed, and all eyes are going to be on crypto and Bitcoin for Monday, because that's Trump's inauguration, and that is one of the only securities that you can trade, crypto. So yeah, going to be a very, very big Monday. Again, going into the weekend with the S&P being up over 1% and just this entire week being up, I think that goes to show sort of the momentum we're coming into with Trump coming into office. If expectations were low and not that good for Donald Trump, then we would probably see a dump coming into today at least, and definitely into this week. Like, although yes, we saw a slight dump, we hit a new all-time high when it was announced that Trump is coming into elected and coming into office on Monday. We're now seeing another pump, so that just goes to show the Trump effects and how much belief people have in him. So yeah, I think it will be very, very good for the entire market, the stock market, the crypto market, and the US currency as well. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign-up rewards, check out all the exchanges working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.